The world of tennis picked Eala as the best moment of the tournament. You want to talk about best moments? We've had some incredible moments in the past 2 weeks here. Can I start by just saying, I'm going to start with this. I think you will know what direction I'm going to take with this because I have been lucky enough to follow the journey of Alexandra for a few years now because working in tennis you get to see the upcoming players as they're breaking into the mainstream conversation. Last year, I saw Alexia for the first time on court at the US Open, and the place exploded. I've interviewed a few times since then at Wimbledon. This year, something special happened at the National Bank Open. The Filipino community, the Canadian community, and just the general tennis community came together to celebrate not just a sensational player, but a sensational culture. And I think when we all look back at the National Bank Open and listen, we're not at that point yet, we will remember this as being something truly remarkable that happened. Do you think that's a fair point to start on? Well, since this is my last day, I have been reflecting on what I've watched and what I've worked on in the past 10 days. And boy, what a ride it has been. I've worked a lot of tennis tournaments. There is this culture, this hype that a lot of people may be haters about, but I enjoy it. It's good for the sport. It's good for the Filipino culture. It's good for the tournament. It's good for women's tennis. It's a win-win for everybody. I feel what I took away from this is the Filipino fans here in Toronto. Some of them have never even come to a tennis tournament before Alexandra played here. And they brought their flags and they brought their pride. And it was beautiful to see them cheer in Tagalog. And it was a very emotional moment for that culture. And they came together. One thing I've enjoyed this evening is we've been having the doubles quarterfinal and doubles semifinals on Grandstand today, and I've had quite a few Filipino fans approaching me today. Alexandra is not here today, but the Filipino community is now invested within the National Bank Open, and it's good to see that we've not just made tennis fans of Alexandra, we've just made new tennis fans, and that's what the sport wants. It wants to reach out to new communities, and that's been achieved here. So, for me personally, folks, that has been my favorite moment of the 2026 National Bank Open so far because we still have semifinals and finals still to come. Well, I want to add on that, and I also think the National Bank Open did a wonderful job embracing the Filipino culture, making changes immediately. They're a very busy place making food changes, making that chicken adobo, making that lubia, and everybody just embraced it telling you. And not a lot of tournaments do that. It's a very interesting, fascinating, special thing for this tournament to do. So, I think that definitely stands out. Another moment that stood out to me, how many moms that we saw go deep into this tournament. Belinda Benish, unfortunately, did not play because she's injured. She had a hip injury. I didn't play against Coco, but she beat Eala, and she had a tough match against Taylor Townsend, another mom who was in this tournament. Spitalina, Naomi Osaka, they're still in it. These are women that are traveling with children, and they're still getting it done. And that to me is really remarkable. I hosted an unmatched gender equality conference today, and it's talking about all the needs and challenges that women in sports face. What about the players? There's so many things that they face, and it's remarkable to see how they can still play a high quality of tennis. One thing that struck me about female athletes who come back to the sport or the athletics that they compete in after having had children is the remarkable strength they show. And I work in a variety of other sports, as I know you do, and I've spoken to a few other female athletes. And listen, as a father of an 18-month-old daughter, I can see just how much that experience is, such a significant part of all's life. But anyway, to make the point, I've seen a lot of the female athletes in modern pentathlon, other sport I cover. Tell me about this, the extra strength they feel when they've come back from having children. And you're a mother yourself. You must be able to relate with that. Yeah, absolutely. It takes a lot of time, a lot of commitment, and there's got to be an army to help out. And for them to be able to travel, do the accommodations, but then be on their game for tennis, that's a whole other level of empowerment. And it is incredible to see that these women can still be moms and go out there and do what they do. This tournament has shown me with looking at the draw, just how unbelievably strong these women are on the tour. We talk about the National Bank Open as being up there with the best tennis tournaments in the world. And we cover a multitude of tennis tournaments. This year, I've fallen even deeper in love with the National Bank Open. And this is genuinely an authentic review of what has been, an incredible experience so far. We also have to agree on a moment that we both think has the point of this episode is to sort of look at standout moments.